Enough JS fiddle for now. It's time to get back into the project that we created in the previous section. In this lecture, I want to add a global component to the project, but first I will start out by clearing the project up a little and remove some of the default stuff that was included with the template. So I'll open up the app.vue file and I'll just clear this template and add some bootstrap markup instead. Like so. And I'll also clear out this object right here. I'll get back to this a bit later. And I also want to clear all the styles because I don't need them for now. So I want to add a component for displaying an announcement on the page. For this, I will add an announcement.vue file. So within the src directory, add a new file, and it will be named announcement.vue. Remember this special extension for single file components. And in here I'll begin by adding a template, and I'll be using some bootstrap classes, namely the alert and alert-info classes. And I'll get back to the template in just a moment. But first I'll add the script tag, export a default object as we've seen before. And as for the data property, I'll actually use an ES6 syntax for adding the function right here. So notice I have no function keyword because this is the ES6 shorthand syntax, which looks a little cleaner and shorter. And in here I can return the data object, including an announcement property, which contains the announcement itself. And let's say the site will go down for maintenance soon as the announcement. And within the template, I can of course use string interpolation to output it. So announcement. And remember that this is a single file component. And now that we have this file ready, let's register the component globally within the main.js file. So let's open it up. And in here, before registering the components, I have to import the object that we just exported within the announcement.vue file. So import, and here I can give the object a name since it's the default export, meaning that we didn't give it a name within the announcement.vue file. So here I'll name it announcement, which is how I'll refer to it within this file. From the current directory and announcement.vue. And now I can use this object within the component method on the Vue object. And the tag name is going to be announcement. And the object is announcement, which matches my import. And the last thing we need to do is to add an announcement element within the app.vue files template. So let's go back to it, go to the template. And here I'll just add an announcement element like this. Now before I open up the browser, notice that if I needed to render a component more than once, I could simply add the v-for directive to it, for instance. I'll just mention this for now because I'm going to show that to you when implementing the next example application. And since I already have my development server running, I can just open up my browser, and there we should see the announcement being displayed on the page. One thing we didn't do was to add a local component. That's because it's time for some exercises in the next lecture. So see you there.